What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the weekly NXT review show. Today is Tuesday, July 29th. It's your girl, Denise Salcedo. And once again, I am joined by Chinedu. Oh, good, Chinedu. You looking fly today.
Stop. I'm blushing. Stop.
You got the nice little shades, the backwards hat, the nice shirt. You're balling today, Chin.
Oh yeah, I'm feeling good. I don't know if y'all noticed though. I went into Montez Ford's closet and I grabbed me a couple items for tonight's show. Man, he got some fresh things. Man, shout out to Montez Ford for the outfit tonight. I'm just kidding. It's styled by my wife. She watched the podcast a few weeks ago. She was like, "Chin, you look homeless. Come over here. Let's."
No, she did not. What were you
She's like,
wearing that she didn't like?
I don't even know. She's like, I'm watching these episodes, and she's like, Denise comes in looking so done up, makeup nice, pleasant, all that. Microphone works, and you she's like, yo, ass over here looking like you just got out the bathroom, just raggedy, looking like somebody dad. I was like, okay, we.
She said you look raggedy.
Yeah, like, you need to
That
fix
is
it, okay?
funny. That is funny. Well, you know what, Chin? We didn't think you looked raggedy, but thank you so much for making an effort and trying to pull out your own Montez Ford on this podcast.
Oh yeah. Shout out to Montez Ford, by the way, too, man. I hope he wins the Rumble next year, although he won't. I hope he does.
All right, well, let's go ahead and dive right in. This was an interesting episode of NXT because there were a handful of things that surprised me on this show. We had Nia Jax on the show. We had a mysterious thing happen to Tony D. We're going to speculate on that in just a second. And yeah, we had a phenomenal matchup, by the way, which I kind of want to start there. I want to start where we give our flowers to Wesley and Javon Evans, because that to me was the meat of today's show. That was worth tuning into NXT. Had this match not gone down, I don't think I would have been raving really about any match other than this one right here, because Chinedu, I can't even begin to describe Javon. Like, we've all seen Javon wrestle a zillion times at this point, right? But I'm thinking he pulled out some new stops or something, because dude is like a rubber band. I felt like he did a bunch of new stuff today, one of which included like this coast to coast, but he did more like I don't even know, like a senton sickles. I'm not even sure what he did. It was crazy. But he's like flying just more so than usual. With Wesley, it was just a blast. Chinedu, how'd you feel about that match?
I love that match. That was like you. That was my match of the night. It was so great to, first of all, in terms of Wesley, it was so great to see Wesley in that space again, like being known for having great matches. Because I feel like the past year, although I'm happy he's had a heel turn, I feel like they spent more time trying to do his character development, and and I feel like it kind of took away from how good he is in the ring. Tonight's show, it was great, and Javon. I mean, from the time he came out for his promo that was interrupted by Trick to the match, I've never seen him look so like more comfortable in that ring and being like a top guy in the company. Like, he feels like it now. Like, he feels so much more comfortable, so much more developed. And it's like, it's great that we've got to watch it live. And this match just showed to me that he's main roster bound, like very like soon. Like, I mean, not like next week though, but like he's gonna do great on that main roster when they call him up. It just showed that he is a star in the making for real.
I'm starting to feel like, there was a while there where we were thinking, okay, who's going to be the guy to take the title off of Oba, right? Like, who's going to be that guy? And we, for example, had for a while thrown out Javon Evans' name, right? Like, Javon Evans has been a guy that from the very beginning, he's been impressive, right? But here's the thing. We kept saying, oh, he's just a kid. He's just a kid. He's just a kid. But slowly but surely, he's starting to shed off those layers. And I'm not saying he doesn't look young by any means. He still does. But that confidence, though, the confidence is making you look at him and be like, okay, you know what? Yes, he's still a young kid, but I don't see him like a baby anymore, where I could see him at some point finding some crazy way to dethrone the monster that is Oba Femi. And we know that he's already gotten the rub, the AOK go from the Undertaker just last week. So I don't know, man. I think Javon Evans, I'm just going to say it. I think Javon Evans is the gem right now of the men's NXT division.
I agree. For the longest time we felt it was Trick Williams, but I feel they have Trick in a very different position right now. I feel like they have him developing over in TNA. they have other plans for him, and I feel eventually he'll be on the main roster though. So I really don't count him in the TNA roster per se anymore. I know that kind of sounds weird, but for Javon, his development over the past year, especially, it's just been truly amazing. Like I remember watching him early on, I was like, okay, Mike work, Mike he talks like he's 20, the mic at times, whatever though. But then you see he'll say certain things, but then like you see how he's developed at it, and he's like turned that talking like a 20-year-old into his mic work too. He says certain things that connect with the crowd, and he just knows how to really get over and connect. And I really I've felt it for a while that Javon should be the one to dethrone Oba, really just because ain't nobody else there. But more so now that he really should be the guy because I feel he has the charisma, potential, and I think they're going to have an amazing match. And I really feel like him winning the title from him will thoroughly put him over in more ways than one. And although I want Oba to have a long reign, I get this feeling that he might be like, they might be calling him up sooner than later. I feel.
Oh God, we're gonna be pretty left here with like no guys on
I
NXT.
know.
Have you watched Unreal, Chinedu, at all?
Listen, now first of all, listen, okay. Now I watched Unreal. I watched like the first 10 minutes of it, but I had to stop because my son woke up from his nap. Ain't nothing to get back to parenting and everything. But
Yeah.
I actually plan on watching it right when I get out of here. I was so tuned in and glued in. And I also got the pleasure of watching some of the clips on Denise's Instagram page right now. If you haven't seen it, go over there and watch those clips right now. If you haven't seen it, it's one of the best ways to watch it besides Netflix, guys. It's great. She
Wait, you're
pulls out the
saying
best
you
clip.
heard about you got some more promotion for Netflix Unreal on my page?
Say what?
You're saying you got more promotion for Netflix's WWE Unreal on my page?
No. I said it's like
No,
the best
the
way to
answer is
watch it.
yes, Chin. The answer
Yes,
is
yes,
yes.
yes.
Yes,
The
the
answer is
answer is
yes,
yes.
yes, yes,
I mean,
yes,
I didn't word it rightly. I was saying that
yes.
I promoted the show by posting clips on Instagram. Yes or no?
Yes, you did. Yes, yes, guys. Yes. Yes.
Okay, never mind. I was trying
Yes.
to do a bit. And
Oh,
it
I'm sorry.
just
I'm sorry. I was like, what? I was like, yeah, the page, but I want to let people know. Watch Denise's Instagram before you go on Netflix, though. It's like the best way to watch it. If you don't have time to watch the whole thing start to finish, she pulls out the very best parts of the show, the parts that I know you want to see. Like she pulls out, oh, this is a good show. She takes all the filler out. You get all the prime meat on the Instagrams. Go on the Instagram page right now and watch those clips. But man, I am at first, I wasn't sure how to feel about this. I was like, should I be watching this? I'll be like, oh, like that. Like I watched the thing though, but it has me glued in. I'm really excited about watching the rest of it though, because it seems really good so far. It's just so not to sound corny, unreal that I'm seeing this. Like I'm seeing a writer's room. I'm seeing all these people. I'm seeing them discuss who they want to win the Royal Rumble. I'm seeing the stars. Like I'm seeing Cody and Kevin bloodied up. Hey, sorry about that part in the bit, man. I mean, it was all cool, man. It was all good. It's just
It is. It's strange, right? It takes you
yeah.
off like a little bit. It takes a second to get used to what you're seeing. But the reason I brought it up because there was a moment during the show, and you'll see this on there, where Triple H is having this conversation with Shane Helms. And in this conversation, he tells him that I think it was right after the Elimination Chamber. So right after the women's Elimination Chamber, he started putting over the women to Shane Helms. And then he said, I just feel like the women, they just get it so much more. He's all, you go down to the performance center, and for every guy, there's 5 women that are better. And he said, they're just smarter than us. They just get it more. But in that moment, I thought, oh my God, yes, like Triple H confirmed what we have been talking about constantly on this show is that the women really are NXT, and they're kind of what carry NXT. And so it isn't until you've been bringing in new guys, like, yes, thankfully Oba's doing a great job. Trick Williams is doing a great job. But again, for those everyone guys that are doing a great job, there is the 5 girls that are doing just as well, if not better. Isn't that crazy?
That is very crazy, and to like to see them kind of parts too. It makes you feel like that it makes you feel good knowing you're not crazy. Okay, we are seeing what we're seeing. We know whatever because like the women, like you said, you've always said the women are the money of this division. I'm very happy that they acknowledge it, and I truly hope that they make more room for them on main roster too, man. But this show has just been Triple H. Listen, Paul Trips, you a wild boy, man. I like this, man. Listen, I know Vince. Listen, Vince will never, ever done this.
I was
ever.
thinking about what it would look like if Vince McMahon was the one that was running Unreal and was the face of Unreal. Can you imagine? You son of a bitch! You
Yeah.
sneezed!
Yeah.
You're fired!
Fired. Can you believe that motherfucker sneezed right around me?
We would
Goddamn
we would get to see people be fired first, or not fired, but at least scolded at or smirked at because they sneezed.
Yes, it'd have been
I
so
mean, holy
awkward.
cow, that would have been crazy.
I'll never forget seeing the behind the scenes clip of Vince McMahon saying he didn't like Kevin Owens' match. So awkward. You remember that clip? He's like, "Yeah," I was like, damn. And Kevin Owens was like this, like, all right, on WrestleMania. All right.
Yeah, yeah. But
Dude.
hey, you do gotta tell it how it is, right? If you don't like something, you gotta say it. It's the only
Oh
way it
yeah.
gets better, right? I don't know, but it did cross my mind while I was watching this show what it would be like with Vince McMahon. But anyways, let's go ahead and get into these super chats. We got Sheldon Jackson who kicks us off saying, we are way past the point where a TNA talent should be holding NXT gold. I think either Joe Hendry or Mike Santana should be the next NXT North American champion because they won't have Oba lose to them. So the other thing I should mention right now is that throughout this entire show, we kept seeing Joe Hendry face appear multiple times throughout the entire show. So, I mean, obviously, he's not the champion right now. He kind of has an opportunity. There's a space to be filled right now with Joe Hendry, isn't that? There's not really that much going on with him right now. There was a lot of buzz for Joe Hendry. Obviously that's died down a little bit, and that happens when the buzz is not as new, but it seems like they're trying to get people talking again and trying to get people rehyped for Joe Hendry. Do you have any ideas as to what they may be wanting to do in regards to that?
Honestly, I really feel in terms of Joe Hendry, it sounds bad, but like I really feel like just move him on to NXT. Like we're gonna take him. I feel like that's what their kind of plan is, though. Eventually, like they're gonna take all the TNA cool toys and bring them over to NXT, and whatever is in TNA, they'll let develop and happen. And then when we think they're cool enough, we'll take them over here too. I see it happening for Joe Hendry. I see Mike Santana eventually over there too. Whatever. Like I know that he is like Mr. TNA to a certain degree, whatever though. But like I just see that only as a matter of time. Like them promoting Joe Hendry on NXT, it lets me know like they're invested in them. And like you said, so although the buzz has died down since Mania with Orton, I feel like that was feverish for him, like come in or whatever though. But it has died down a bit, and which is okay, it's natural though. But I feel this is a good way to do it. Bring him back in vignettes though. But they're showing to me that he's gonna be an NXT star. Either his TNA contract has expired or it's about to. But I see him on NXT television. I kind of do hope that they do it that way because I like seeing them, and I don't really know where to watch TNA.
You can watch for free on YouTube right now. They're doing like a summer series where you can watch Impact for free on YouTube. You can also watch on TNA Wrestling Plus app, and you can also watch on Access.
I had no, honestly, I never knew. I would
It's
watch it on
not your fault. They
Instagram.
don't promote it. They don't
Yeah,
tell people that. They don't promote it enough.
because last I remember they were on like Destination America. The last I remember of them
Oh
on,
shit,
the network.
you're way behind, Chin. You're
Yeah.
so behind. You're like 10 channels ago. They were on, let me see if I can remember all the channels that TNA was on. They were Destination America. They were on Pop something. Do you remember the Pop channel?
I
Was it
remember
Pop or just Pop something?
I think it was Pop TV.
Pop TV, I think so. And then of course Access, and then of course Spike TV. Okay, I only remember 4 channels. I don't remember all of them.
But still, even 4, man. God. Woo.
Destination America was kind of cool though, because I think on that show I discovered some other random like nature shows. So thanks to TNA, I discovered a bunch of other random ass shows.
Yep. I remember that because before and after would come up, be like the interesting shows. Like, what is this? I would stick around for a little bit, but then when they left again, I was like, okay, I can't keep doing this, guys. I thought they got canceled. I was like, I'm stop looking. But I do. I can understand that perspective. They're definitely gonna have him loose Obafemi though, so you can hang that up though. So possibly North American title though, but I see Joe or Mike taking that title off a Trick eventually.
Yeah, man, you just need someone that's believable right now. That's what it is. Thank you so much, Sheldon. We got Saif Din here. Super who said, I know you don't like them, but I really love the new Chase U in a roster filled with boring people. They are so much fun, likable, and funny. I'm so glad you feel that way. That is the part of the show that I'm just like, Honestly, I'm hanging on by dear life in those segments, legit, because you can easily be like, Denise, look, a fly is on the wall. And I'll be like, ooh, let me see the fly, because anything else would be more remotely entertaining to me.
And I can't lie to you, I always try to vouch for Chase U. I missed almost that entire segment, whatever, because literally, like my son did a dance. I'm not even kidding you. My son's one. He did a dance, and I was like, "Oh, what?"
You're like, that's so cute. Put him on TV.
Yeah." He started dancing, and then by the time he finished, whatever, I look up, I see Chase U holding chairs, screaming at Hank and Tank, and they got a tag title shot. And then it was like, "Oh, all we had to do was ask," and I was like,
What is happening? Exactly.
What just happened?"
I think they have a soft spot in a lot of people's hearts. And sometimes, that comedic break is nice to have. And so I get why it works for a lot of people and why people are fans of Chase U and Chase University. I'm still stuck on the idea that, hey, this whole thing died. And to me, it has, even the last iteration of Chase U was far more entertaining than this iteration. So that's why for me, I look at this as like the Timo. This is the Timo Chase U for me. And so I'm like, if I didn't even like the original, how do you think I feel about the Timu version of Chase U?
Yes, this is like Saved by the Bell, the college years. Like, oh, okay.
So I'm trying. I've been trying for like several years to become a fan of Chase U. I am trying. Actually, I'm not even trying anymore. I gave up. The ship has sailed.
It has like all the loves ready for Thea Hale. Now that she's gone out of there.
Oh yeah, we haven't even seen Thea Hale in a minute, haven't we? We haven't seen her that much. She's been kind of MIA again.
Yeah, I see a heel turn coming though.
I kind of hope so. But look, I trust you. I trust your judgment, Chan, because you always spot a heel turn like 3 years in advance.
I appreciate it. It does, and she needs it. I feel she needs it.
We got an infamous Raider Loco here who gifted 5 DWO memberships just in time because I did put out a brand new video exclusively for DWO members. And that is to get to watch the top 10, my top 10 favorite SummerSlam matches. And that is up right there in a very nice packaged video for all of you to check out. Thank you, Frank. We got Anthony Giuliano in the building. He says, let's acknowledge that we have our 3rd tribute for Hulk Hogan, and well deserved. I hope they do something special for SummerSlam for Hogan. I think that the NXT thing might be the end, although I do think maybe you're right. You know what? I didn't even think that far into SummerSlam in regards to them doing something for Hogan there. I didn't think that far. Maybe, right? I can see it happening, but I think NXT might be the last of it because I think they just wanted to hit up all the brands and give everybody the opportunity to do the 10 bell salute and all of that. So I think this might be the end. Thank you, Anthony.
I think so too. Some made me laugh. Those on SmackDown. I just zoomed in. I saw randomly everyone was on the stage. I saw
who?
I was watching SmackDown and I saw them to salute. I saw Tommaso Ciampa had no shirt on. I was like, why he got no shirt on, bro? Like, they made me laugh.
What's the rule? I feel like for a 10 bell salute, you should probably have a shirt on. I don't know. Is there a rule against that? Like, would it be really? I mean, I wouldn't show up to a 10 bell salute without a shirt, right?
Yeah. I love the clothes like it's wearing the no shirt.
That's so wild. I didn't even notice that. Honestly, I feel like I know that, well, basically, if you've been on social media, people have been screenshotting everyone's faces and putting them up on social. I don't know. There's something to me about not wanting to look. Does this make sense? Like, I don't want to invade anyone's privacy when they are in a situation like that. Kind of like, I want to give you your privacy and I'm going to look the other way, which is weird because it's on TV, right?
I agree. Like, if I was on that stage, it's hard to like, because it's hard to like know how to look. Because people take pictures everywhere. Like me, my default is the cross-eyed look. I'm just whole time they like, so we done. Then I go ahead and leave, so they can't tell how I feel about anything. It's just like this.
Yeah.
So you can't tell. And then once it's done, I'll be done though. But yeah, it was just the screenshots were hilarious of the expressions because they told so many stories.
Yeah, they did. It's just I don't know. I think that's it after NXT, but I could be wrong on
Right.
that. All right, let's see what we got here. We got Infamous Raider Loco who says, shout out to the DWO and the fearless leader, Miss Salcedo and Chinedu, funny man. Ogu. Hope you're both having a great Tuesday at pizza and beer and wings during NXT. Then Blake comes out and whoa, mama, she's so lit. I can't wait for Blake versus Kalani. I was very excited about them announcing that matchup for next week because Kalani can go. So if they finally want to allow, like, give people a chance to really see what Blake Monroe can do, this is the chance to start to do that with her and Kalani. She's a great dance partner, and so I kind of want to see what they'll do together, mixing it up in the ring. We need to talk about her promo today because it was an interesting route that they took on this. She went out there and was trashing the old version of Jordynne Grace, saying how she wasn't in shape. She wasn't, whatever it is that she was saying. She was telling her that she needed a gym membership and I don't know what else. This kind of fell flat in the audience. I think the audience was not really sure as to how to respond. Some moments finally did get a couple of boos, but I felt that there were some moments where people were going like, should we laugh? Should we boo? Like, what exactly are we doing right now? So I don't think that this one came as I don't think this one hit as hard with the actual audience in the building.
Yeah, I agree though, because I feel like the that crowd, NXT crowd, like I feel wrestling fans in certain areas a lot more sensible these days of certain things, especially
Yes.
when especially when you're in a more intimate setting like an NXT crowd, wherever they see on the screen, they're like, hey, the more they're like, hey, chill out, don't do that, man. It's like, they're like, hey, wait, like that. That's all. I was like, hey, easy though. Come on, wait a minute, what we doing? What we doing here? Come on now, chill out. So it definitely fell flat. Blake recovered as best she could, but it definitely was the same. I was like, hey, let's not do that one again. Cause it's like I felt like that was a little bit like the Piggy James stuff, and that didn't go over well
Yes.
back then
Oh my
either.
gosh. I'd forgotten about Piggy. I mean, I haven't forgotten about Piggy James, but I didn't think about it during that. But I remember hating it when they did Piggy
No.
James because I was a big Mickey James fan. And so for me, I remember I used to have Mickey James's pictures on my wall. So like this was a woman that I saw and idolized. And then you're on TV calling her Piggy James. And I'm looking at it like, what? Like this woman is stunning and gorgeous. And I would kill to have any sort of what she has. And then for you guys to do that. And so stuff like that usually doesn't really, work as well. And especially nowadays, like you just mentioned right now, I think if you're in a situation like that and you're like, should I laugh? Like, what do I do? Like, I gotta look around because you don't want to be a dick if you laugh, right? I don't know.
And then for me too, like again, like I was a big Mickey James fan as well. I'm in the South. I'm in Texas, y'all. We thick. First of all, love us thick women. First of all, curvaceous women, all that. Listen, we listen. So when I see somebody like Mickey James who listen, like slim, thicker than cold peanut butter. Okay, this beautiful. To say she's fat, I'm watching it. It turned me off a little bit to the product. Like, what are you talking about? Like, and then like they dogged her out, and she even get her payback. So it wasn't even a good storyline. And with things with Jordynne Grace tonight, wherever I saw her on the screen, I was like, to me, I was like, she still looks good though. Like in my mind, like she was still whooping everybody's ass. And that's so it's like, what was this for? Like she still would whoop your ass too, like stretch you out. It don't matter. But like you said, it kind of fell flat though. So hopefully they get it done. What I did like though was that the girls, okay, Star and 3 was in that ring. Okay, Jada Parker. First of all, when Lola Vice came out, all right, they were so happy to see her. Like they were doing the Lola chant. I wish that Lola would have given them like 5-10 seconds to do the Lola chant because they were doing it. I wish she just given them some something. I know she went to the promo, but I wish she was giving them a second though because the crowd really loves her, and I feel like they don't get enough of a chance to show it sometimes. So they were doing the chant, but she was out there. Jada Parker was out there. Okay, Jada Parker, all right, Miss Parker, and then Kalani, the girls, the ones who should be in the main event picture right now. I love that segment just off the girls alone. Rough start, amazing finish though, and I'm so excited for Kalani and what was it? What did Booker say? So what's it? Madison Monroe.
Oh, I forgot what he called her, but
Yeah,
Mariah said,
yeah.
oh yeah, she started saying like, you got to get my name right and this and that, right? So she started saying all these things to Booker T, and Booker T was all, she loves me.
That's me.
I was like, oh my God, only Booker T would be sitting here talking about how Mariah loves him. I thought that was pretty funny.
Exactly.
I chuckled. Okay, I chuckled. But what I did like from this, I did like Lola Vice's promo that you just mentioned right now. I feel like we've been seeing a shift in Lola. I think the shift came around the time that they started doing Worlds Collide and all of that. I started to feel like her doing more stuff in Mexico and all of that. I've been seeing videos of her like surface up on the internet a lot more. I just feel like there's more of a little, there's starting to be a little bit like her flame is reigniting because I feel like she had it in the beginning. Then she kind of lost it. I think during that Roxanne Perez feud, people weren't really feeling what she was doing with promo work wise with Roxanne. So that kind of killed a little bit of buzz there for Lola. And she's recently got it back. You know, she was kind of missing MIA from TV from a bit, but when she came back, I feel like suddenly people are looking at her kind of in the same light that they used to, and maybe even in a better light now. And so I've always thought, and you guys know this, that we've always thought Lola Vice is something special on the show, and she was on a point of NXT where she was being seen a whole lot. And it feels like Lola Vice should be one of those girls that at some point we are seriously talking about her being a main roster contender. And maybe we already are. Maybe I missed the boat. But yeah, I think she's already a person that some people may be having that conversation soon, because I think by the time we get to the next draft, I think some people will be expecting for Lola Vice to get drafted just based off the work that she's done. But also, I still want to see her. I'm not in a rush. I still want to see her stick around on NXT because I do think there are still things that I would like to see her just develop more. And honestly, it's just experience. That's all it comes down to, is just experience and building that confidence for her, because you can tell, I think there's been a big difference from what we saw today in her promo than the last promo that we saw when she went back and forth with Roxanne. So I feel that she has definitely improved so much. And that's what I like about Lola, because I think that she could be a top girl. I think people can be talking about her the way that they talk about Stephanie and, you know, all of these other girls on the main roster. So hopefully we do get that. And yeah, we also had Kalani Jordan out there as well. So we got a couple of the girls going out there, Jada Parker, all of them. Your girl, Jada Parker, how do you feel about what she had to offer today?
I like her current positioning. I always want her in contention. Like, at least I know I had an order of who they wanted to be champion though, but I do feel her time is coming sooner than later. With this though, I feel it's time for her to hold some gold very, very, very soon. It's time before the end of this year, in my opinion. But I love it. The crowd still goes hard for her. She still gets hot reactions. I'm happy none of that's died down though, and I'm happy she got the win tonight. And I want her to continue to build wins because, unfortunately, in these big moments, not only does she kind of lose though, but the last round she was the one that got pinned. So I feel it's important to make sure we establish her with some good wins, good promo work, and make sure that she gets the upper hand on certain segments week after week. Tonight was a good example of that, and I was very happy with her match, the results of it, and everything that happened with it as well too. So good night for Jada Parker.
She successfully defeated Jasmine Nix on today's show. We got Infamous Very Loco here who says, Denise giving Chin the eyes like, bro, help me out with the bit. Wink, wink, Chin. Wait, what? I know, I was trying to help you out with the bit, but you weren't getting it. I was like, say yes. The answer is yes.
Listen, Infamous Very Loco, man. I was about to go on the promo mode for the Instagram page. I completely missed it. As a comedian, I feel ashamed too, bro. You know,
your improv skills, Chin.
And I feel embarrassed because I rewatch our shows, and I know I'm about to sit back and watch it and cringe. Like,
no,
Chin, catch the
why? Why?
Yes. But I do want to point out, Netflix hired homie Denise, man, to do a review panel of these shows, man. Y'all got all this money y'all throwing around. Y'all got these review shows. I'll call Denise up. Write that check for the homie, man. She makes y'all show very.
I don't know, bro. You gotta have millions of followers on TikTok for them to want to, have a little fun with you. They're like, oh, you just have a couple thousand on YouTube. Oh, you just run a major YouTube wrestling channel. No big deal. No big deal at all.
Man, Netflix be dropping the ball on so much stuff. I said it. I know the WWE. I dropped the ball on a lot of stuff, man. Dropped the ball on my homie Ali Sadiq. Drop the ball with Denise Salcedo, man, because she will probably get y'all whole review show popping. I promise y'all. Y'all need to hit her up. Write that check. All right, before watch Hulu hit her up. Y'all be, oh man, we should have gone to Denise. Yeah, the fuck you should, motherfucker. You should have. I don't want to cuss on the thing. Yeah, I want to cuss like that. Yeah, you should have.
Nah, but instead I'll just wait till I get my million little followers on TikTok, and then we'll finally be talking here.
Some of my followers would be bots too. I said it. Some of my followers would be bots too. And still go for 'em.
What? You're saying accounts with millions and millions of followers and only 16,000 views? What?
How is that possible?
It's wild
Oh.
out there.
Yeah.
We got Barbara. See, look, Chin finally got the bit. He finally got the bit.
He comes back. Yes.
We got Bob Ross Jr. here who says Blake Monroe reign of terror on the women's division has begun, and not gonna lie, they deserved it for making Julia and Stephanie leave. Oh no, Bob isn't feeling Blake Monroe. I like the stuff that she's done with Jordynne, but I wasn't a fan of today's promo, only because it just felt like nobody knew how to react. All right, we got we got Stephen Marchulli. Sorry, YouTube is changing everyone's names again today, so it kind of threw me off here. But Stephen Marchulli here says, my theory on Tony, it was either Rizzo or a fresh face. I think it has to be a fresh face, by the way. So here's what happened at the closing of the show, is that Tony D is having his dinner. Someone refers to him as a Don, and he says, do not call me the Don anymore. I'm just Tony D. And then afterwards, there's like this dark figure that kind of encroaches him, like you're just seeing him, somebody like stand in front of him, and we don't know who that dark figure is or anything. So I don't know, is it the Undertaker? I'm just throwing shit. I'm not being serious. Do not take me seriously. I mean, I wouldn't be far off. The Undertaker does make NXT appearance, but no, for reals, I'm hoping that it's either someone new or maybe someone we're not thinking about from the past.
I'm thinking so too. I started thinking about who's been gone for a while or something like that though. Who possibly could it be?
Santos?
Now,
Am I far off? I'm
think
so
Santos?
far off.
Huh.
Only because they beefed for a very long time. Maybe he's going to come back and bring him back to his senses. I don't know. I think it might be someone like from the past.
Trying to think who could it be? Because I really was stumped too. Because I was like, because I know like the family stuff is over. It can't be Stacks. It can't be anybody like that. I feel that that's over and done with though. Like the shot that I saw at the end of their match, the angle they had of Tony D looking at that hat as he walked away, I felt that was swan song on the family and the character. So I'm hoping it's somebody new. I'm trying to think whose contract in AEW's expired recently. It has me thinking that too. You know,
Who else from AEW's NXT taking?
like
We have a couple of people saying Amaz. I don't know. I mean, he is tall, but granted, Tony D was sitting down. So
yes.
I'm not really too sure. Like, this doesn't feel as obvious to me. And I think that was maybe the point. I think they want people to get talking. My initial reaction, Chin, was I thought he was going to get kidnapped. I thought they were getting ready to put like a black bag over his head and carry him off. That's what I thought was going to happen. I read that so wrong.
I don't know what's gonna happen. It did it, but I'll give them credit though. It has me wondering who it is though, because I really was looking at it though. Because when it came on after the match, I was like, wait, there's more. Because usually I saw the credits and I thought that was it. Okay, that's right. I almost got up and came in the room for the video. I was like done, but I stayed. I was like, so it has me intrigued. I really want to see what it leads next to, and I'm actually interested in seeing how they like evolve his character though, because the Don stuff needs to go. I want to see what they do with him though. Maybe a new name. I hope Tony D doesn't stay because it doesn't fit no more. Hopefully something better. We'll see.
I have no idea. It's weird for me to say a new name for Tony D because he's Tony D. That's just what we know him as, right? But maybe for us NXT viewers, it will be hard to see him as anything else. But for Raw and SmackDown, if he were to get called up and just be completely rebranded, I don't think it would be the worst thing in the world. It would just be hard on us at weekly viewers.
Yeah.
We got Sleazeboy in the building. It says dream match Old Day versus Lashley's sisters.
Oh my god.
Sleazeboy, you're so crazy, man.
Dark time on television back there, man. The sisters. Whew.
Thank you, Sleazeboy. We got Steven Marchulli here. It says Javon needs to add his frame to be taken add to his frame to take it more seriously. Yeah, get a little bit more muscle, which, you know, a lot of wrestlers work on and eventually they do. Thank you, Steven. We got Bob Ross Jr. here who says the biggest takeaway that I got from WWE Unreal is that Triple H seems to be a really good father figure to Rhea Ripley. Oh yeah, that was one of the things that I was thinking about was, I mean, we've already seen him, you know, always constantly put her over and say such the nicest things about her in press conferences and interviews. And you can tell by the way that he books her on the show, all of it, right? But I think the way that because he's nice to everybody. Like from the interactions we saw in the show, he's very nice to everybody. You know, he was very complimentary of Io Sky and Bianca and CM Punk and literally everyone, boy, girl, didn't matter, everybody. But with Rhea in particular, you can tell that there's, you know, when people have a closer kind of a bond, and you can tell when two people just get along differently than they do with everybody else, or you can always tell who the favorite is, right? Rhea is Triple H's favorite, and you can tell like he just really cares about her, and he really tries to build up her confidence. And I think he obviously sees, you know, what kind of star she is, and I think he also sees that she has, you know, she spoke about in this Unreal docuseries how she's had a lot of anxiety and panic attacks. And she talked about, like, on Raw Netflix, she was talking about how she was so nervous. She didn't even get into her new gear. She said she couldn't even think the whole day. She couldn't even sleep. So I think Triple H recognizes that, hey, it might take a little bit more to get into that right frame of mind so that she can go out there and that she can do what she does best. And I think sometimes when you see that and when you're such a big fan of someone, you're going to make sure to add that confidence to them to help boost their, help boost their ego, but in a positive way, in a healthy way.
Absolutely. I still have more to watch on it though, but that's the feedback I saw so far online, whatever. And it makes me happy to see it though. And I know some people have their own opinions about it though. Like I guess the pure wrestling fans, but I feel we're in a time now where like kayfabe has been dead. All right, it's been decades, guys. It's been decades of it. So I feel this is really good. I feel it gives more credit to the performers to show, like, you know, the other side of this though, and how much work they really put into it. And I feel in a lot of ways it gives more credit to the business to show how much work it takes to make this stuff happen. It looks so flawless on TV, but behind the scenes, you see the organized chaos that is the WWE, and it's very entertaining, very appealing.
I'm with you. Thank you so much, Bob Ross. We got Steven here who says NXT is the default women's show. Honestly, yeah, they're the thing I look most forward to. Every now and then we get some other good stuff, but the women are the draws for me. Thank you, Steven. We got JJ Castillo who says, Chin and Denise, if Bronson Reed steals your shoes and takes it with them, what would you do in revenge that doesn't fighting back? Okay, so instead of fighting back, what would we do as revenge? Honestly, I'd let him keep my shoes. I would be okay with it. I'd go get new shoes. I wouldn't even try.
Listen, first of all, Denise a pushover, man. First of all, you don't let that slide. No kind of hood, Denise. All right, Denise is such a nice girl. I said, maybe he needs them for a bit for the day. Nah,
take my shoes. I don't care.
JJ, I'm glad you brought this up because I meant to text you Denise about this, whatever though. But I was like, that's some of the most disrespectful stuff I've ever seen him do.
But no, you're 100% right. 100% is.
Like he took those shoes, and I was like, and then Denise is from Cali too, man. This is notorious out there in the West Coast after you whip somebody ass. Notorious. Like that's why I was like, it's a real bully move. I liked it though, because first of all, Roman had on some killer J's. I was like, oh, look at him, hold him up, man. That was good. That's a good 140, 230, something like that, right there. Easy, depending on what edition they were though. But yeah. My only option that doesn't involve fighting back is fighting back. I'm sorry, that's the only option I have. You do something like that to me, JJ Castillo. You do something like that. You can't do that to somebody and they don't retaliate back with violence. There's no way. You took off my shoe, national TV, my cousin right here. Okay. And then really, if I'm Jay Uso, I feel upset. They ain't take my shoes though. You said my shoes is trash. And I looked at them.
That's true. You're like, what the hell? I didn't even think about it from that perspective. Why didn't you take my shoes? Damn it.
Yeah,
that's like tonight, terrible.
just like tonight, I ain't gonna lie. Like if I'm Javon Evans, I'm mad at everybody. Okay, I talked to half the roster in one segment, and nobody came out here to help me. I got beat up like this. I hate all y'all.
I'm with you. I'm with you, Chin. The only reason why I would let Bronson Reed keep my shoes is because I'm a big Bronson Reed fan. Specifically, only for Bronson Reed would he be able to keep my shoes.
Yeah.
And that is it, okay? Anybody else has to return the damn shoes. Thank you, JJ. We got Frank here who says, what a follow-up from the Dream Team on Raw yesterday, having these 4 amazing and gorgeous women in the ring, throwing them bows around each other. Wham! What is wham? W-A-M? Oh, women are money. My own saying, and I'm like, what is wham? Oh God, I don't know what to say about some of the things anymore. All right, thank you so much, Frank. We also got Steven here who says thoughts on Ricky Saints booking. What's even going on right now? It's Ricky Saints. The last time I remember was Great American Bash, and he was taken out.
Yeah.
Now what?
I feel his booking is I feel a bit non-existent. Not quite though, but like he got injured and they gave us an update on him though. But it's like I feel like he's been out too many times to just have gotten here. He hasn't been here a full 6 months yet. And he's already been out twice already for like undisclosed amount of time. I know it's like for storyline though. But yeah, you can't keep doing this, man. We need him on here consistently. Y'all have no guys on the show, y'all. There's y'all. He needs to be here every week. So they need to stop doing this, get him back on TV, find a meaningful feud, and reignite Ricky Saints again. I just don't understand what that's happening with that either.
Plus, they also did the thing where he couldn't even speak and he had the throw, and that was like a whole big part of the storyline. I feel like Ricky Saints, the biggest thing that he does is speak. He's such a good talker, and he couldn't even talk for the longest time. I was like, nah, you're too good. You can't talk. We're going to bust your throat in this storyline. I do wish Ricky Saints' booking was a lot better, because when he came in, it really was a massive deal. Like, hey, this is the guy. Jen, like, this is the guy that I saw wrestle Bryan Danielson and feud with CM Punk. I just see him in a different light. I see him in a different level. I don't see him in this level where he's at right now. I've seen him, you know, when you see someone star in a series, you don't just go from starring in a series to being a background actor. Like, it doesn't go that way. And so for me, I want to see Ricky Saints in much bigger spots and situations. And I do think that if it's not really going the way that if it's going like this right now on NXT, I think he's better off like just going somewhere where he has more people to play off of with. Because right now it seems like the only person they've really had him feud with is Ethan Page, and they've done so much. And sure, he's had other little feuds here and there, but Ethan Page has been the main thing. And I think that he can do so much more. Like, God, can you imagine LA Knight and Ricky Saints going off of it in the mic? Ricky Saints and Carmelo Hayes doing something together, having a sick ass match and a sick ass feud. I mean, that's what I would want to see Ricky Saints doing. But that's not where we're at right now. I feel like they and I get it also. I wouldn't want to lose them on NXT. So it's like this rock and this hard place, right? Because you know that you would be sacrificing a lot. But that's just where I'm at. I'm not in love with everything that's going on with Ricky right now in NXT.
I was surprised they even debuted him in NXT. Like I felt he was already ready for the main roster though. So seeing him debut there was already surprising in the first place though. So I wholeheartedly agree.
So one of the people that we haven't even had an opportunity to touch on is Nia Jax. And you're probably wondering, Nia Jax? I never hear that name on the NXT post show. Well, you are hearing it today because she came out and she attacked Lash Legend during her match with Fallon Henley. And so Fallon Henley defeated Lash Legend via interference by Nia Jax. So hit her with the bonsai drop, everything, you name it. Nia Jax is coming for the most strong built woman on NXT, which is Lash Legend. And I'm kind of here for this. I like this. I feel like Nia Jax has been doing so much better work ever since she came back to WWE. She's been doing a good job. And Lash Legend has, you know, had a couple of little moments on the main roster. So we know she can hang. And now this Nia Jax feud could be the thing that starts to get people really talking about Lash Legend.
I agree. And I'm gonna say, first of all, Nia Jax was looking good. Okay. Looking good. GOOD capital T. Looking good. Guys, so everything looking amazing. Listen, if Nia came to Houston, okay, listen, a million marriage proposals for her in Houston, okay? All races, At least 30 Africans. Okay, immediately. Now let me take care of you, Nia, please. Nia, call her the wrong name. Nia, please, come and talk to me, please, like that. But when I saw her when I saw her on the screen, I got so hyped because to me, like seeing like main roster on NXT, it still excites me. It still feels like, oh man, what is she doing here? And when I saw her tag Lash, I immediately got excited for the feud. I was like, this is great. This is great for Nia. This is great for Lash Legend because this is a main roster woman. And you're right, Nia's in ring work has gotten so much better. It's so amazing. Like she's really really great in the ring, and like I feel it's gonna be a really good feud. And they're both good on the mic. I feel like they know how to throw the right jabs at each other too. I'm looking for the personal jabs in their mic work because they both know how to do it. And I hope that they let these two like really cook in the feud and give us like something really great. Hoping maybe Heat Wave. I hope.
I can see that. I just want to see these two alpha female type of women go
Yes.
at it because we don't often get that. We really, really don't. And so when we do, I am here for that. But yeah, no, I'm interested, and I want this to be the thing that gets people talking about Lash Legend. And this is
Absolutely.
something fresh for Nia Jax. And we've seen, I've liked a lot of the women from the main roster that have gone over to the NXT side to kind of help out for a little bit. Becky Lynch, Natalia, and now Nia Jax. So I feel like it never hurts. Instead, it actually helps out a whole lot. All right, we're about to wrap up our show, but we do got 2 more super chats, so let's get to them. We got JJ Castillo here who says, how are you both feeling about this 2-night SummerSlam this weekend? What 3 matches are you both most excited to watch? So for me, it's the TLC match, the women's the women's triple threat, which is Naomi, Rhea, and Io. And then also the third match that I'm most looking forward to is I would probably say, ooh, this is a little bit tough. Hold on. Let me think. The third match that I'm most looking forward to would probably be, I feel like I'm forgetting something. Nah, I'll probably have to go with Punk and Gunther just so that I can see how it actually goes down for CM Punk to become World Heavyweight Champion. What about you, Chin?
For sure, Bianca, Rhea, and Naomi. I'm very, very excited about that one. I can't wait to see that one. What I say Bianca? I'm sorry, Io.
You did say Bianca. And
Bianca,
I was
sorry.
sitting here like, what?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Naomi, Io, and Rhea.
Yeah, Naomi, Io, and Rhea. I'm sorry about that, guys. I want to put that tag match in there. I'll put the tag match in there because I feel like the tag division. I'm excited to see them because I feel like they got snubbed for WrestleMania, so I feel like they're gonna steal that show at SummerSlam. I feel like
think
they're
that's
gonna
why
put
they
on.
got this match for SummerSlam.
And I want to say, I would have said Punk and Gunther though, but I feel like people because I don't want to be Mr. Agree with Denise all the time. I know I agree with a lot of people, but she's smart. But people in the comments, all he do is agree with Denise and all that. Is she smart? Okay. All right. This is like because I have a wife, man. I understand how this stuff works, man. You want a peaceful life though, but I will say for differences, I want to see Cody and John Cena in my third, simply because I have a feel like I wonder what's gonna happen. Will it be a double turn? Will Cody turn heel? You know, because I feel there have been whispers about that, and there's enough whispers about that to keep me interested and kind of want to see what happens. Because I kind of do hope we see something, not just a regular match, but I want to see a twist to this in this story. So I hope something really cool happens. So those
A
are
little twist, a little turn. I think that's what a lot
yeah.
of people want. Yeah. And
No
yes, so I'm
Travis
looking
Scott
forward
though.
to it.
No Travis Scott though.
Oh God.
Please.
When I was watching that moment today on Unreal, I thought, oh my God, I don't want to watch this. Like, I don't want to watch this again. I already saw it once. I already lived it once. I don't got to live it again.
I'm sorry. And this listen, and this dude, listen, I know he's from Houston, okay? Respect all that. Go come out here.
Rubbing the bow and everything, walking all slow. Bro, I've seen people that are like 80 and 90 years old that walk faster than that at the park. Jesus.
Yes.
Thank you, JJ. We got David Kaplan here who says, I loved your Mark Ramonti video. Did you read the book? Would you recommend it? Also, do you think Thea Hale has plateaued? Thanks. So first of all, Thea Hale definitely not plateaued at all. I still think that they haven't even given her a boost yet. The boost hasn't even happened yet for her to start rising. She's so young, though. She's so young, so I'm not worried at all. And then thank you. Yes, Mark Ramondi is one of my closest friends. I think he's awesome. He's so smart. He's such a great writer. I did read his book and it was so nice to read. I read it obviously before Hogan's passing. I'm almost feeling like I should probably just go back and like relive some of the rest of the book. now, just because it might hit a little bit differently. I'm not sure. But yeah, it's just crazy. Like, how all of the timing of that happened. But either way, yes, check out the book. So much knowledge, so much information, so many good stories. And just Mark is a really good writer. So I think you'll very much enjoy it. Thank you so much, David. We got Bob here who says, it's funny how WWE is showing all of Hulk Hogan's iconic matches, but not showing the actual iconic one, HBK versus Hogan. Yeah, that was a fun one too, man. I was actually just thinking about that match. Not too long ago. Actually, yesterday I was thinking about that match.
Yeah, man, that boy HBK showed his butt in that match, didn't he?
Oh yeah, that's the one with the yeah. So funny. I like how Chinedu remembered that right away. Oh, that's the one with Sean's so funny. Thank you, Bob. Alrighty, everyone. That is NXT for today. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'll be back tomorrow. I have 2 streams tomorrow. One with Sean Ross Sapp. We're going to be doing SummerSlam predictions here on the channel. And then I will be on in the nighttime with Righteous Reg for AEW Watch Along and Review. Chinedu, tell the people what you've got going on.
Of course, my upcoming tour. I want to thank all the people in Cypress, Texas for an amazing show. 200 plus came out to see me in Cypress, Texas. I appreciate it so much. Upcoming shows are in Pasadena, Sugarland, Houston, and we wrap in Lake Jackson as the last of my tours. I want to shout out my newest sponsor, Academy Sports and Outdoors. Is so dope. If you live in Texas, you know the store. This is a really big deal. Love them so much. I also check out my food show on Friday, sponsored by Pepsi. Chinedu's Food Ventures every Friday, where I go to visit different restaurants in Houston and in Texas. Try good food. This Friday, I believe, will be my dessert edition episode at Gazelle Cakes. So check them out. It's going to be really awesome. On Mondays, it's Chinedu's Fun Ventures. That is my travel adventure show, also sponsored by Pepsi. This upcoming Monday, we episode where I am in Sugarland, Texas, reviewing awesome events at Constellation Field for the Space Cowboys. Don't want to miss that as well. But in the meantime, be sure to come on this page. Check out all the amazing interviews on here, right here on Denise's channel. Go to our Instagram page. Watch all those clips from Unreal. You know, the bit that I was too slow to catch on to earlier. Be sure to catch that on there right now. Let them and also complain to Netflix. Tag Netflix in the comments.
No, do not.
Do
not.
No,
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I'm kidding.
Do not do that. What are you doing? What are you doing?
I'm kidding. I'm just kidding, guys. I'm just kidding. I want y'all to go to the page, watch the videos. Please hit that like button, share, support it. Okay. Also, go to her Patreon right now, which is still up right now. It's awesome Patreon. Be sure to support it. It's amazing content on there all the time. You don't want to miss it. It's stuff that could not air on here. Okay, so get on there right now. Support the Salcedo page. It goes a long way. Greatly appreciate it. Don't be a dick. Give it a click. All right. Support the videos, the YouTube, and that Patreon. All right, Patreon's for regular stuff. Patreon for that fancy-ish, like Salcedo's page, man. Go check it out right now, man. Great videos. I'm subscribed to it myself, man. I'm part of it, though. So I love it. It's great stuff. Check it out. Don't be a dick. Give it a click.
Alrighty, everyone. Thank you so much. We'll catch you on the next one. Bye, everyone.
Goodbye.